I was pissed off and disorderly again last Friday night. It had been one of those weeks where everything seemed to go wrong, and I thought a night out with the lads would be the perfect remedy. But as usual, things didn't go as planned. After a few too many pints, I found myself in a state of disarray, stumbling through the streets like a lost soul. The night was young, but I was already a mess. I got thrown out of the pub just after 9. The bouncer, a burly bloke with arms like tree trunks, had had enough of my antics. He grabbed me by the collar and tossed me out like yesterday's trash. Waltzing and tripping through the car park, I decided to take a shortcut down a dark, narrow lane. The alley was lined with overflowing bins, and the stench was enough to make anyone gag. Just as I was about to make my way through, a sinister cat jumped out of a rubbish bin, startling me half to death. So I picked the beast up by the tail and looked him up and down. The cat was scruffy, with matted fur and a look in its eyes that seemed to say, "What the hell are you looking at?" I was too drunk to care about being gentle. But that demonic cat's back. Now, how did he do that? I swear I had just tossed him aside, but there he was again, staring at me with those same defiant eyes. I slammed my foot right up his bum and kicked the beast to kingdom come. I thought that would be the end of it, but no. This cat was persistent. Now, where the hell did he come from? That demonic cat's back. That demonic cat's back. That demonic cat is back. It was like a bad dream that I couldn't wake up from. Every time I thought I was rid of him, he'd reappear, more determined than ever, sitting, staring at me. But I finally got to my place and tripped arse up on the lawn. The grass was wet with dew, and I went down hard, scraping my knees and hands as if that wasn't bad enough. I then spewed me guts up on the cat. The poor thing was covered in my vomit, but it didn't seem to care. It just sat there, looking at me with those same unblinking eyes. And that demonic cat's back. Now, how did he do that? No matter what I did, I couldn't shake him. It was like he was haunting me, a furry little ghost that wouldn't leave me alone. I slammed my foot right up his bum and kicked the beast to kingdom come. Again, but it was no use. This cat was like a boomerang. No matter how far I threw him, he'd always come back. Now, where the hell did he come from? That demonic cat's back. That demonic cat's back. That demonic cat's back. It was driving me mad. I couldn't understand how he kept finding me no matter where I went or what I did. Demonic little prick, where the hell did he come from? Get him out of here. Demonic things haunting me. Get rid of the prick. I was at my wit's end. This cat was relentless, and I was too drunk and too tired to deal with it anymore. All I wanted was to crawl into bed and forget this night ever happened. But it seemed like the cat had other plans. I sat down on the curb, head in my hands, feeling utterly defeated. The night had taken a toll on me, and I was exhausted. The cat, however, seemed unfazed. It sat a few feet away, watching me with those same unblinking eyes. I tried to shoo the cat away, waving my arms and yelling at it, but it didn't budge. It just sat there, staring at me as if it knew something I didn't. It was infuriating. I got up and started to stumble towards my house, hoping the cat would lose interest and leave me alone. But no, it followed me, keeping a steady pace just a few steps behind. When I finally reached my front door, the cat was right there, sitting on the doorstep as if it belonged there. I couldn't believe it. This cat was relentless. I opened the door, hoping to slip inside quickly and shut the cat out, but it was too fast. It darted inside before I could close the door, and now it was in my house. I chased the cat around the house, trying to catch it and throw it out, but it was too quick. It darted under furniture, leapt onto shelves, and generally made a nuisance of itself. Eventually, I collapsed on the couch, too tired to continue the chase. The cat, of course, jumped up onto the armrest and sat there, looking at me with those same unblinking eyes. "What do you want from me?" I asked the cat, half expecting it to answer. It just looked at me, unblinking, as if it was trying to tell me something. I was too tired to care anymore. I closed my eyes and let sleep take me. The last thing I remember was the cat curling up next to me, purring softly. When I woke up the next morning, the cat was still there, curled up next to me. It looked up as I stirred, and for the first time, I saw a super fresh breakfast. I reached out and petted the cat, and it purred louder. Maybe it wasn't so bad after all. Maybe this persistent little furball was exactly what I needed. It's an energy thing for the most part. Anthropologically speaking, it would be more efficient to have a larger, so as to say, larder at hand. As I sat there, With the cat by my side, I realized that sometimes the most unexpected companions can make the biggest difference. That night had been a nightmare, but in the end, it brought me a new fresh source of protein. Push comes to shove, I would obviously just eat it, shall I? Oh, go on then. Canine meat is pretty nasty tasting, even at the chef level. An acquired taste to be sure, and more of a medal than a reward. And so, the night of the demonic cat ended with a new beginning, a new day, a new friend, and a new perspective on life. Maybe things weren't so bad after all.